Hello, my name is Mary Lou and I'm a Stampin Up Demonstrator in Australia. I'm situated on the Gold Coast. For today's project, I'm using the Let It Ride stamp set. Really like this one. My husband loves horses, so when I make some of these cards, the first thing he said is, when are you going to use the horses? So I thought this one is for him. I make this particular technique. It was told by one of my friends, Christine, and she told me that the talented Jennifer McQuire, is called over the edge. So this is my interpretation of that technique. So I hope you guys like it. But instead of doing it on this side, I'm gonna be doing it on the opposite side. So let's start it. For this one, just get a normal base card and we fold it in half. Fold it in half. Okay, we'll make sure that it's nice and sharp. Trying to get my bone folder. Okay, and what we do is we're going to stamp on the edge of the card. All right, so let's get the horse and Memento ink. Now I'll be using Memento ink because I'm going to use my alcohol blender pens. So with this ink, it won't run. Okay, first thing I do is I'm going to stamp two horses like I did on this card. So we're going to, it's same but on the opposite side. So we're going to start with the horse here. So that's one horse. And now we're going to stamp. Oh, I did a very good job in here, am I? Hold on a minute. I'll go and get another card because you can see I made a bit of a mess in there. I'll try that again. Okay, I'm back again. I got another card. There was a hair on my stamp. So we try that again. Okay, let's put ink again on the horse. There's no hair this time. No. I don't know how that happened. Okay, so we do that again. Stamp the horse here. And now we're going to stamp the other horse, and for that we're gonna put this over here so we can stamp the horse on the back. So you just stamp another horse on copy paper, fussy cut it, and then you just put it on top of the image like that. And now we're going to stamp the other horse like this. Okay, and now when you move it, this horse is behind this horse. All right, now we're going to put the smaller horses on the top, on the horizon. So look at the two smaller stamps, which are these ones here, and I'm going to use the trees as well. So we're going to stamp. Open the card, it makes it easier. Keep it more flat. A bit here. Then we get the trees. And what I'm going to do also, I'll be using the masking. Again, you stamp the horses in copy paper, fussy cut it, and then we're going to put it on top because I'm going to put the trees behind these horses. So I'm going to just stamp the two largest trees. And I'm going to stamp it here. And then we stamp the other one on this side. You can close that like that. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get the ruler. Get the ruler. Okay. Let's put that away. I'm gonna get the ruler and we're gonna line it up so we can have like part of this horse coming out. Okay, so I'm gonna make a line, maybe about half of the ear and the body like this, and I put a line like this, and like that. So from there to where the ear goes and the body, like this. And then we're going to cut it with a knife. So I put the ruler back in here, and with the sterling knife we're going to remove this paper so I don't cut the paper. Put the ruler on top of the pencil mark, and we cut it from the line of the horse and from the top to the head. Okay, and then we get the scissors, and I'm gonna cut it and fussy cut around the horse. If you have a die, you can use any. At the end of this video, I'll show you some other samples that I have made, just to give you an idea of what other things you can do. Okay, now you can see that now I put another mark over here, like this. And I'll go on my cutter and I'll cut this. And now you can see the horse is popping out of the page. Clever, isn't it? I think it's such a good idea, right? And now we're going to color it in. To color them in, I'm going to use my blender pens, and I'm going to be doing these two colors, which is light and dark crumb cake and the soft white. And for the smaller ones, I use the dark and the light gray. So to color the horses, I'm just going to show you one because, you know. So what I do is I just, with the light gray, I just color part of my horse like that, just very quickly, just like that. And I do about half a horse at a time. Then I use my darker and I put it on the ears and around the body and around the leg. Okay, then I use my lighter again and I blend those two together. So there's no straight edges. The light color first. Now I like my horse to have like a darker nose and dark around here because it's the shadow behind this horse. And on top of the horse. And I use the lighter again and I blend those two colors together in circular motions. So there's no any straight edges. And then I'll use the soft swipe to do the bottom of the feet. Okay, all right. So now I'm gonna color in the other horse exactly the same way that I did this one, and then I'll come back. I'm almost finishing this one, so I thought I'll come back and finish it off with you guys. I'm just coloring the darker horse using the soft white. I'm using the light color now. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so may do the feet a bit darker. I know that's not what it's called, but I don't know how to say it in English. Okay, so now we're gonna do the dark horse. For the dark horse, I just use, again, the same light color gray. I know that they are gray horses, they're my favorite. I love and I also like the gray and white horses. I reckon they look so elegant. And for this one, I'm not going to color the whole horse because, you know, some of them, they got white spots, don't they? So that's what I'm going to do. Leave some white spaces. And then with the dark, I'll put dark just on the top and on the bottom, the back legs, and on top of the head a little bit. And same with this horse. And the back of the leg. And then we blend it because we don't like to have harsh edges. Okay, and I'm happy with that. Okay, so that's that. Now we're gonna work on the background, and for that I use my watercolor pencils. I'm going to use the this one here. What is it? Garden green. Yep, garden green. So I will just put garden green on the base of the horse. You don't have to be fussy with this. Just put some color underneath here, and we're gonna put it on the horse here, like that, just a little bit. Then I'm going to get all olive, just a little bit with a sponge, all olive, and a little bit here and here. Just a little bit like that. And I also going to be using balmy blue for the sky. Just a tiny little bit. Just like that, not too much. Let's close that. Okay, so that's what we got so far. Okay, now I'm gonna get my aqua painter, and with your aqua painter, just because these are watercolors, just add a little bit of water to smooth that, and it will look like it's been watercolor. Same over here. See the difference? I'll show you up closer. See, that's all rough with the pencil. So now when we get the water, it will activate that paint, and it will make it look like it's watercolor. Nice and smooth and soft. Looks like it's been painted now. So a very simple cut to make, but very effective. So then what you do over here, we're gonna cut another piece because with the blender pens you can see the color goes through. So I'm gonna cut another piece to go at the back here, and I'll come back. All right, I cut myself a piece of cardstock that is the same size that at the beginning of the card base. So remember, this was a full card and then we cut it. So I cut another piece. So I don't like how this, because it shows all the, so I'm going to glue this into my card, because I find that that would be the easiest way. Oh, granito glue. Okay. Let's put a little bit of glue on the card and on the horse. I glue this down. Make sure that it's right on the edge of you, so you can fold the card. Okay, and then what I'll do is with a pencil, I'm just gonna trace my horse. And I'm gonna fussy cut it. And actually I didn't need to do that, did I? I can just go straight on it. That was silly, wasn't it? Just cut it. Cut it here. Cut it here. And fussy cut it, like we did earlier. And because I got the pencil, I can see exactly. So it wasn't a silly idea after all. You can see my pencil mark. And it's easier to cut. There we go. Now it'll be thicker. You don't see, and it's all neat and tidy. So that's quite cute. All right, and then we're gonna write a sentiment. Now there's some pretty sentiments in here. I'll because I'm making this for my husband, I'm gonna ask him to choose the sentiment. I'll go and ask him, I'll come back. Okay, I asked Ferret, my husband, and he picked this one. Life as if someone left the gate open. So we're going to use that one. So let's get that one. Get a piece of paper and try it. Yep, it's good. And we're gonna stamp it right here. There we go. So that is the finished card. Now I'll show you some of the other samples that I did. That's with the horse on that side. This is the one that I did before with the horse on the other side. And then I did one with the flowers on the edge. And I put a little twine on the side. And then this one with the mom and the daughter with the boat. And also with on the edge. So it's very pretty and something a little bit different. So I have fun making this card, and I hope you do too. So thank you for watching. Bye.